In this discussion, we are going to focus on how computers have transformed our lives, but particularly how they have separated us into a society where you either have a computer or you don't. Computers have really transformed our society in a variety of ways. Some of them have been good and some of them have been bad. We're going to talk about the good ways first. Healthcare is one of the ways in which our society has been transformed by computers. Not just the digital access to all of the records, but things like nanosurgery or telesurgery, or as the book discusses, you could have a doctor who's in a completely different country than the one you're in. If he's the specialist, you can transmit your records and they can in real time consult with you. That's something that wasn't possible even 20 years ago. Another transformation is the ability to have information available to you at any time. We will talk about in a future discussion how this has changed our learning styles, but for right now, just the idea that you can look up facts at any time using your smartphone or your friend's smartphone has really changed the way that the world acts. Another way is online commerce. Even 20 years ago, the idea of buying anything, anytime, anywhere was unimaginable. And now you can click on it on a website, you can look for it, and you can have it delivered within a day. Anything you possibly want. This class is another example of the transformation that computers can provide. Online learning wasn't available 20 or 30 years ago and even 10 years ago. This is a relatively new transformation, but it enables us to have education anywhere, anytime. Computers have also enabled us to have a variety of new job opportunities. While it is true that computers and automated systems have taken some of the repetitive jobs away from the humans, and that might look like there are fewer job opportunities, they've provided a number of job opportunities at the upper level. The transformations that we've talked about so far have been positive, but remember that there isn't always an upside to everything. Sometimes there's a downside, and we should consider that as well. We might not think about it, but it is the case that not everybody has access to the computers or access to the internet on a moment-to-moment basis. And so the transformations are not available to them. As another example, there's a tremendous amount of pollution that's generated in creating all of these computers, and then we don't recycle the computers. They just end up in a landfill somewhere. There's been a tremendous rise in cyberbullying, and there have been a lot of pain and agony as a result of that. The book makes a really important point about this. Computers are neither good nor bad. They are simply tools, and it is how we use them that turns them into either the positive end of the transformations or the negative end. For this discussion, I want us to focus on how computers have separated us into a have and a have-not society. What does this mean for us as a global society? What rights and responsibilities do the people in the have category, and remember that that's all of us who are in this class, because this is an online class, so therefore you have to have a computer. What rights and responsibilities do we have to people in the have-not category? Likewise, how can we enable the positive effects of the transformative nature of computers to be available to everyone? And what rights and responsibilities do we have to focus the transformation towards the positive side and get rid of the negative side? As you do this discussion, I want you to remember to think globally. Don't just think about your school or your local community or your state. Think about all of the countries in the world, all across the world, because these transformative effects are very different across the different countries.